White opens with a flank pawn push. A flexible start. This slight inaccuracy offers black dynamic balance. But white maintains subtle pressure. Black responds by reinforcing the center. A solid move, however. It allows white a slight advantage, as the position remains dynamically balanced. White develops a knight, a standard developing move. The position stays balanced, indicating solid play from both sides so far. Black challenges the center with a pawn push. A good reaction. This maintains the dynamic balance, with white still holding a slight edge. White aims to fianchetto the bishop, but this maneuver is slightly inaccurate. The engine suggests a slight drop in white's advantage. Black develops another knight, a common developing move. Despite this, white maintains a slight advantage as the game enters a dynamic phase. White develops the bishop to its fianchettoed square. This move is a slight inaccuracy, slightly increasing black's chances to equalize. Black pushes a pawn to the side, solidifying pawn structure. This accurate move keeps the pressure on white, maintaining the status quo. White exchanges pawns on the side. A sensible decision. This maintains white's slight advantage in a balanced position. Black recaptures with the knight, a natural response. This keeps the game dynamic, with white still holding a slight edge. White develops the knight to a central square. Standard development. This move is a slight inaccuracy, slightly reducing white's advantage. Black develops the knight to a more active square. A solid move. The position remains favorable for white, but black is developing actively. White castles. A crucial move for king safety. This solidifies white's position and maintains their slight advantage. Black develops the bishop, preparing to castle. This solid move keeps the game balanced with white still slightly ahead. White advances a central pawn, controlling more space. This solid move maintains white's slight advantage and opens lines. Black castles, securing their king. This solid move keeps white's advantage minimal in a dynamic struggle. White exchanges knights, simplifying the position. This accurate move maintains a balanced game, though white still has a slight edge. Black recaptures with a pawn, a natural move. This solid recapture keeps the game balanced and white's advantage small. White captures a pawn, increasing the tension. This accurate move maintains equality, as the position remains complex. Black recaptures the pawn with the bishop, a solid move. This keeps the material even in the game in dynamic balance. White aggressively advances a knight, but this is a mistake. It allows black to gain initiative and temporarily equalizes the game. Black pushes a pawn to hinder the knight, a solid defensive move. This keeps the game balanced after white's inaccurate play. White retreats the knight, another mistake. This significantly favors black, giving them a clear advantage. Black captures the knight, a good tactical decision. However, black's recapture is a mistake, squandering a large portion of their advantage. White recaptures the bishop, a solid move. The game returns to a balanced state, with no clear advantage for either side. Black brings a rook to the central file, a solid developing move. This maintains the dynamic balance of the game. White repositions the bishop, but this is a mistake. It gives black an opportunity to improve their position. Black moves the queen actively, but it's a mistake. This allows white to regain some initiative and equalize the game. White places the rook on the second rank, a solid defensive move. This stabilizes the position and maintains equality. Black centralizes the other rook, a logical move. This maintains the balanced position, with neither side gaining a significant edge. White advances a flank pawn, a solid positional maneuver. This keeps the game balanced and white's advantage minimal. Black places the bishop on a more active diagonal. A solid move. This keeps the game dynamically balanced. White repositions the bishop. A solid move. This maintains the dynamic balance and keeps white's advantage small. Black prepares pawn advancement. A solid move. The game remains close, with white still holding a slight edge. White returns the bishop to its fianchettoed square. A solid move. The position remains balanced, with white holding a slight advantage. Black activates the bishop, but this is a mistake. It allows white to gain significant dominance. White advances a flank pawn. A solid move. This solidifies white's advantage despite a slight inaccuracy. Black repositions the bishop, a slight inaccuracy. White continues to hold a strong advantage. White pushes a flank pawn again, a solid move. This maintains white's strong positional superiority. Black moves the knight forward. A slight inaccuracy. White's advantage grows as the game becomes more unbalanced. White captures a pawn with a pawn. A slight inaccuracy. This exchange keeps white's advantage but simplifies the position slightly. Black recaptures with the queen. A solid response. This keeps the position playable for black, despite white's advantage. White places the rook on an active file. A solid move. This maintains white's strong advantage and positional pressure. Black moves the knight to a central square. But this is a mistake. It allows white to further increase their dominance. White repositions the bishop, a slight inaccuracy. White still holds a significant advantage. Black moves the knight to a more active square. But this is a severe blunder. It grants white a clear advantage. White activates the queen. But this is a mistake. It reduces white's advantage, though it remains substantial. Black captures a pawn with the knight. A mistake. This allows white to consolidate their dominant position. White captures the knight. A solid move. This maintains white's strong advantage, equivalent to having an extra piece. Black captures a pawn with the rook, a slight inaccuracy. White's overwhelming advantage remains. White sacrifices the bishop with check. But this is a severe blunder. It drastically reduces white's winning chances. Black moves the king. A solid defensive reaction. This maintains the game's balance after white's blunder. White repositions the bishop. A slight inaccuracy. White's advantage remains, but the opportunity to press is reduced. Black moves the knight into a more active position. But this is a severe blunder. It leads to a massive loss of advantage. White captures a pawn with a rook. A mistake. This allows black to improve their position, though white still leads. Black activates the queen, a mistake. White maintains a dominant advantage. White captures a pawn with a rook. A severe blunder. This dramatically reduces white's advantage, opening possibilities for black. Black moves the rook to a more active square. A severe blunder. This allows white to further solidify their winning position. White repositions the bishop, a solid move. This consolidates white's strong advantage. Black activates the queen, a mistake. White's dominance grows significantly. White captures a pawn with a rook. A severe blunder. This gifting of material significantly alters the advantage. Black moves the rook to the central file. A severe blunder. This leads to a decisive advantage for white. White activates the bishop, a solid move. White maintains their decisive advantage. Black moves the rook to the 7th rank. A severe blunder. This seals white's overwhelming winning position. White delivers a check with the rook. A solid attacking move. This solidifies white's overwhelming advantage. Black moves the king to safety. A solid defensive move. The overwhelming advantage for white remains. White repositions the bishop, a solid move. This further increases white's overwhelming advantage. Black moves the queen to an active square. A severe blunder. This results in white's overwhelming advantage becoming decisive. White exchanges queens. A solid move. This simplifies the position and secures white's overwhelming winning advantage.